Hello, good morning everyone and thank you for joining today's webinar. Today we are presenting webinar on managing transition from campus to corporate world organized by Applied Science and Humanities Department at Parul Polytechnic Institute, Parul University. The main agenda of this webinar is to learn the planning for transition from campus to career which ensures that the person possesses the necessary skills to enable the person to cope up with the corporate culture and the climate. It includes how carefully choosing a career will help you stay motivated and remain a star performer throughout one's career. It ends up in saying that making a successful transition from campus to corporate is the most exciting and phenomenal step in one's life, and that should be handled with utmost care. I, Vaishali Nathwani, would like to introduce the guest speaker of today's webinar, Professor Dr. I.C. Gupta sir. He has completed his PhD in Servicing Marketing, MBA in Marketing, MA in Economics, and MA in English Literature, and Advanced Tourism Management from Spain. His present position is as subject expert for Management and Tourism at UGC Government of India and Professor Emeritus at Oriental University, India. He is also ex-Dean of Management and Tourism at DA University and visiting professor at France, Thailand, Mauritius, and Bhutan. He is also an ex-Indian Air Force person. He has conducted research on positioning Thailand as tourist destination, then evaluating distribution of iodized salt, and also marketing research for 10 corporate houses in India. He has also participated in Mercer Research Competition Singapore on the topic factors affecting mobility of migrants to Thailand. He has also done research project for Ministry of Tourism and functioning of tourism policy. It's our privilege to welcome you, sir. We can start with the session, sir.
Thank you. Jai Shri Krishna. It will be it,
Jai
it,
Shri
will,
Krishna.
it will be a pleasure to learn that I have done my graduation from Jamnagar DAV College. So I am associated with Gujarat in education. Okay, I should start. Hemal, can you tell me how much time is available to me?
50-minute time is there, and after 50-minute question answer session, and then conclude our webinar.
Okay, so let us start. I shall start with one story. One of my MBA student, she was in third semester, and she told me that she would like to join some corporate world for some experience, what you call on the job training. So I sent her to some corporate world, and she joined that organization to gain an experience in the corporate culture. On first day, she was assigned a task to fold a piece of paper, put it in the envelope, give it to the peon, and keep on doing this thing from 9 to 5. Very surprising. An MBA third semester student is given to fold a paper and put it in envelope, and that's all. For 1 week, she survived. Then she came to me crying, "Sir, I don't want to work there because this is a job given to me." I said, "Okay, relax, relax. Tell me, what is the piece of paper?" She said, "I don't know what is the piece of paper. I just folded it and put it in the envelope." I said, "Go and just try to see what is this piece of paper and learn about that paper." She came after 1 month. She told me it was a share application, and these are the information given in that application, and I learned this everything. Whatever is we taught to me in MBA finance, the same thing is happening there in the organization. So she started enjoying the work, and so on, so on. This happened, and it took about 6 months, and she became officially signatory of a share application. So that is the story, that how you can modify your behavior in the organization. You have to take initiative, you have to learn, you have to love, and that is the starting point of it. So I start with my presentation. This Happy Valentine Day to everybody. I celebrate every day. My students are my Valentine. Of course, these are already told. These are the places I have taught. This is not told. I am part-time housewife. These are the area that I like, and I like most is you. Let us start the session. Now, there are 6 mantras here for managing transition from campus to corporate world. The first is passion. Anybody who joins the organization, it should start liking the job. Now that not that everybody gets job is for his liking or her liking, but whatever you get it, you are required to like the job. You are required to love the job. You are required to give commitment, passion, and complete involvement in the job. Large number of students, when they join the organization, they dislike the job, and then when they dislike the job, they don't put the heart, and then when they don't put the heart, then they are not able to perform, and they become failure, and they give up, and they give the organization. So this is one of the very bad practices done by boys and girls. When you join the organization, you are required to like the job. You are required to like, I use the word required to like the job. Whether you like or not, you must start loving the job, and you must give you your full commitment, love, passion, involvement for the job. If this you don't do, then you will not be able to survive in your organization. And precisely in India, we do not get things as we like. We do not get the job as we like. We do not get our boss as we like. We do not get our spouses, wife or husband as you like. Some people can get it, some people do not get it. So whatever you get, you got to like it. That is the starting point of success in the corporate world. Love the job that is given to you. If you do not like the job, then you have to leave the organization. And this is everywhere. Whichever the job you are given, whether the job is whether you're liking or not, you are required to like, love, commit, involvement. If you give your 100% for the job, and if you do not have passion for that job, may not be start when you start, you may not have passion or love for the job, but you got to develop love and passion for the job, and you have to have 100% passion for the job. And passion is the success mantra, first success mantra in the corporate world. It is said, गर देखना हो मेरी उड़ान के जलवे, गर देखना हो मेरी उड़ान के जलवे, उनसे कह दो आसमां ऊंचा कर दे. Means you start liking things. You people only do the work, but they don't like the work. So that is, it is said again, हर शख्स को आज बस मंजिल का जुनू है, हर शख्स को आज बस मंजिल का जुनू है, वो मुसाफिर ने मिला जो सफर का मजा ले. You got to enjoy this journey. Destination is not important. You got to like the journey. You got to like the job. Result is not important. It is told in Gita also that you have to do work, and the ultimate result is in the hand of the God. And it is in the hand of the work that you do. So you got to love the work, love the job, and do the job. So that is what is a passion for the job. That is the first requirement for corporate world. Now we move to second one. When you are in the corporate world, you have a lot of competition, and to survive this competition, you have to improve yourself. You have to improve your potential. You have to improve your ability, because everybody is fighting. Everybody. This what quote that movie, uh, Amir Khan's movie. I don't remember. Where they say there is a competitive world, and in competitive world, it's something like, hey, Either you get fried or made omelette, or you are thrown away. So here, you are also like eggs, and you got to improve your ability and capability in the corporate world. And that is the second requirement in the corporate world. After you like the job, got to develop the capability which are related, or skills which are related to your job. If you are in finance, if you are in computer, you got to learn some other skills. If you are in finances, then you got to learn analytics and something like that. So you got to improve your. If you are in marketing, you possibly have to improve some foreign languages. So potential is essential to compete the world, to survive in the competitive world, in corporate world. That's why you say that if you don't improve your quality, then you will remain behind and other people will take over. So you should be better than others, and thereby it is only possible when you improve your capability, potential, and skill. And you have a lot of time in the corporate world. If when you are free, don't go for playing games, or don't go for discotheque and so on and so forth. But you've got to devote some time for increasing your ability, capability, and skill. And that is the second essential part. I will tell you a story here. IBM chief came to my organization. My organization is known as International Institute of Professional Studies. We conduct 5-year MBA program and 6-year MCA program in tourism and advertising. So many programs. I was the director when I am IBM chief came to our organization for recruitment. Then on the dais, he told, and Dr. Gupta, you should tell me one reason why I should take your boys or girls for the job. I said, sir, you can only test my boys, and if their capability is better than others, you can take them, and you would surely find that my boys and girls are more capable, have more variety of skills than the normal education. So it is not just what we teach in the classroom or in the organization, but what we teach beyond that, or what we students learn beyond that. That is the potential, that is the capability. And then I told him, अब हवाएं ही करेगी रोशनी का फैसला, अब हवाएं ही करेगी रोशनी का फैसला, जिस दिए में जान होगी वह दिया रह जाएगा. So it is, यदि आपका दिए में तेल है, जान है, कैपेबिलिटी है, स्किल है, पोटेंशियल है, which is better than other, then only you survive in the corporate world. So that is the second mantras to survive in a corporate world, potential. We come to third. Now, why purpose is put in third? It should have been first. But this is not important. Till you do like your job, till you improve your ability, has no sense. So you may have a lot of wishes. That is not enough. Purpose is you have clear purpose, what you want to achieve in your corporate world, in your professional world. And many people do not have this clarity. Many people, they improve their education, which is not related at all. They do graduation in arts, they do graduation in science, do PG in arts, and do a further degree in laws and so on and so forth. There is no relationship. There is no consistency. There is no focus. What exactly you want to achieve. So that is the purpose. I'll tell you one story here. It is just funny story, nothing to do with the basic academic purpose, but it has something to show you. In Thailand, we meet our student when they join the organization, and this is called induction program, as you all know. So during induction program, we interact with the student, and we talk to them and chit chat and make a friendly relationship with the student. So I asked one student, can you tell me your highest wishes, highest purpose, what you want to really achieve in the corporate world? He says, sir, I want to become very rich person in a very short period of time. Oh, I say, oh dear, I would also like to do the same thing, but I don't know how can you do it. Just thinking that you want to become a rich man in a short period of time is not enough. Do you have any plan, any strategy developed to achieve this? Says, yes, sir. I'm an MBA student, and not my plans, my purpose are supported. My purpose is supported by fixed plan, clear plan, and strategy. So he said, I told him, "My dear, tell me, I also want to become a rich man in short period of time. Sir, my plan, my strategy you cannot use." I was surprised. My student is telling me the plan that he has developed to become a rich man in a short period of time, he can use it, but I cannot use it. I was surprised. He said, anyhow, just tell me how you want to become a rich man in a short period of time. Sir, I'm cruising around to find a girl who is very rich and get married. I said, you are very right. You are very right. Right, I cannot use it. I am married man. But then these are the shortcuts. These are shortcuts will not work. So you have purpose. You must have a plan, and plan should not be shortcut. Plan should be well thought strategy and plan to achieve the goal purpose of the purpose that you have to achieve in the organization. हम वो परिंदे हैं जो ऊंची उड़ान भरते हैं. हम हम परों से नहीं हौसलों से उड़ा करते हैं. So this is the purpose. See, you can have purpose. Don't. Many people say that we do not know English, we do not have good education. We are not coming from public school. We are coming from government school, and we cannot have a big purpose and so on and so forth. It is not that. Purpose is not related to condition. Anybody can have big purpose, big dreams, whatever the condition may be. We have seen many people, those who are coming from a very poor condition and have achieved a lot. I could remember one singer, what is his name? Some Sunny or somebody. He has come. He was actually polishing shoes, and he has become number one singer. So it is not your condition that stops you to think big. So you should have a purpose and do not condition yourself because of various limitations. Have big dream and try to work for it. That is purpose. So that was the third one. Now fourth requirement in corporate world, that corporate world is a very competitive world. People do not support each other generally. They try to pull the leg, and you'll feel you'll feel uh, you'll feel very bad in the corporate world because there is no one to support you. Nobody helps you. Nobody supports you. Nobody encourages you, and everybody discourages you. So what is a require that you should not say, okay, I give up. Don't give up. Don't get discouraged. Keep trying. Perseverance is keep trying again and again without giving, without quitting. And that is what is required in the corporate world. If you want to survive, you have to survive in a very competitive and very brutal, cruel world of competition in the corporate world. So do not get disheartened. Keep trying, and ultimately you get success. One young man uh, lost 24 times a tennis match. A gentleman lost tennis match 24 times. And he said, I want to fight again, 25th time. Somebody said, do you want to make a record? See, he says, nobody can beat me more than 24 times. That is the attitude. That don't think that it is ultimately the end. Don't discourage, don't get disheartened. And that is what is perseverance. Keep trying. There's another story which is about a salesman. The salesman keeps going to a company to sell the product, and each time he goes, the boss says, I don't want to meet you. And he keeps on going and keeps on going. So one day, that boss, chief executive of the company, he calls him. He says, many people have come, but I have not allowed them to meet you. You are the lucky man who has come and you are able to meet. Well, sir, all the time I only came. I came all the time I was only thrown away and I came again and again. So that is a perseverance. That is never say quit. हम वो पत्ते नहीं जो शाख से बिछड़ जाएंगे, हम वो पत्ते नहीं जो शाख से बिछड़ जाएंगे, आंधियों से कह दो अपने औकात में रहे. So that is the attitude that we should never try to give up. And then I have a story here which is told by not by me but our Mahanayak Amitabh Bachchan, and I would like to show you that.
तो खुद की खोज से निकल तो किस लिए हताश है, तू चल तेरे वजूद की समय को भी तलाश. कि लहरों से डरकर नौका पार नहीं होती, कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती. नन्ही चींटी जब दाना लेकर चलती है, चढ़ती दीवारों पर 100 बार फिसलती है. मन का विश्वास रगों में सांस भरता है, चढ़कर गिरना गिरकर चढ़ना ना करता है. आखिर उसकी मेहनत बेकार नहीं होती, कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती. डुबकियां सिंधु में गोताखोर लगाता है, डुबकियां सिंधु में गोताखोर लगाता है, जा जाकर खाली हाथ लौट कर आता है. मिलते नहीं सहज ही मोती गहरे पानी में, मिलते नहीं सहज ही मोती गहरे पानी में. मुट्ठी उसकी खाली हर बार नहीं होती, कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती. यह असफलता एक चुनौती है, इसे स्वीकार करो. असफलता एक चुनौती है, इसे स्वीकार करो. क्या कमी रह गई देखो और सुधार करो. जब तक न सफल हो नींद चैन को त्यागो तुम, जब तक न सफल हो नींद चैन को त्यागो तुम. संघर्ष का मैदान छोड़कर मत भागो तुम, कुछ किए बिना ही जय जयकार नहीं होती, कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती. तो खुद की सोच से.
That is the idea given by our Mahanayak. So move to next one. Now next is positive thinking. Once it is said that there are people, those who always think positive, those are people, those who always think negative. For example, many people, suppose whenever as director, I used to give some new job to my people, they will start telling me, sir, this will not happen, this will happen. I said, you should come at 8 o'clock. Sir, pani nahi aata hai. Sir, breakfast nahi milega. And all those things. They will always have excuses. They will always have negative thinking. They never have idea to do the things. But why, how they cannot do the things? They start looking for those type of things. That is a negative thinking. Positive thinking means you should think in terms of positive ideas, constructive ideas, creative ideas. And that is what I call positive thinking. Many people say, oh, I am sitting near the below the fan. The negative, the fan may drop and I may get it. When you are flying, it may get crashed, or it may be hijacked and so on and so forth. So start having negative thinking. You can have positive thinking, very beautiful air hostesses, she's going to give me drinks and so on and so forth. So you can have positive thinking. Why positive thinking is necessary in a corporate world? In corporate world, when you are given a job, when you start giving excuses, when you start thinking negative, when you start thinking not to do the job, you start thinking about the excuses, it shows your character. It shows your attitude. It shows your personality. That this person is not capable, not reliable, does not take responsibility, and so on and so forth. When you think about, and there's the basic difference between a successful man and unsuccessful man. Unsuccessful man thinks problem in the solution. And successful men think solution in the problem. And that is what is the positive thinking, positive attitude. So once you think about positive, think about good things, think about how the thing can be done, not how thing cannot be done. So that is the primary difference between a successful leader and unsuccessful leader, or a successful worker and unsuccessful worker. Unsuccessful worker start thinking excuses. A successful worker start thinking possibility of doing something, possibility of achieving something. There may be hurdle. So how to overcome hurdle and to achieve that. That is what it is. So positive thinking is necessary, which shows the character, attitude, and personality of a person, that you are reliable, you want to do the job, you want to take responsibility, and then thereby you are in a good opinion of your bosses. So that is what is required. Then never think of excuses. Think of how things can be done, not how things cannot be done. And that is I have one story here, which I'm going to share with you. This about Akbar and Birbal.
Once upon a time, a king was out hunting when he injured his finger. His doctor, who always accompanied him on a hunt, put a bandage on the wound. Is it going to be all right? The king asked the doctor. The doctor replied, good, bad, who knows? By the time he got back from the hunt, the wound had become infected. The doctor carefully cleaned the wound, put some ointment on it, and bandaged it again. Are you sure it's going to be all right? Asked the king. Good, bad, who knows, said the doctor. A few days later, the finger became so infected they had to amputate it. The king was so furious with the doctor that he threw him into the dungeon. See how you like being in jail, doctor? The doctor said, prison, sire. Good, bad, who knows? The king told him, you are insane as well as incompetent. A few weeks later, the king went out hunting again. But this time he got lost and was captured by the indigenous forest people. It was their holy day and they needed a sacrifice for their gods. They tied the king to a tree and started dancing and chanting around him. And just as they were about to slit his throat, the priest yelled, stop! This man cannot be our sacrifice. He is not perfect. He's only got 9 fingers. And so they set him free. The king went straight to the dungeon the moment he got back to the palace, and he apologized profusely to the doctor. You were right, he said. Losing my finger was good. You saved my life. I am so sorry. It was bad of me to have put you in this dungeon. And the doctor said, bad? It was very good that you locked me here. Otherwise, I would have been with you on the hunt. And I have all my 10 fingers. When something undesirable happens to us, it's hard to think that anything positive can come up from it. But there's always a reason for everything. And sometimes we just don't see the reason yet. Don't categorize things into good or bad, because who knows how the universe is conspiring to help us. An arrow can only be shot by pulling it backwards. So when life is pulling you back with difficulties, it means that it's going to launch you into something great. So stay focused and keep aiming and be happy always.
That is the story about Akbar and Birbal that we had, and this is the English version of that. So when Akbar went to meet Birbal in the jail, he said, God bless me. It's very nice that you have put me in jail. If I would have gone with you, they would have sacrificed me instead of you, because I have all the 10 fingers. So that is anything that happens for good. And when our bedtime comes, bedtime is to test you. And that is what is positive thinking. Now we come to the next one, is Pangebazi, is to take a risk. Ability to take risk, ability to dare, ability to do something different, ability to think out of box, ability to try and do something new which is generally not thought. I'll tell you one simple story. one person received a package he ordered through email, e-buying, and that packet did not consist of the product. It was really empty. So that he wrote to the company that the product that you send, the package that you send, it does not contain the product. It is empty. So company was surprised, and they were looking for doing some research and try to find out these things should not happen. So the many people are thinking many things, lot of things. One person thought something what you call out of box, thinking differently. He says, sir, whenever the product moves out after packaging to the store side, we put a exhaust fan instead of that. And when you put the exhaust fan, if the box is empty, it will flow away. If it has a product, then it will remain. With simple idea. But then he did think out of box and saved a lot of money for company. He dared to do something new, and then when he dared, he deserved to be applauded and to be recommended, and so on and so forth. So that is what they call Pangebazi. And we have uh, Gujaratis, Marwadis, and Keralites are the people those who are known for the Pangebazi. They take risk, and that's why they are so successful in business and business activities and so on. So that is what is a, that you should try to do something within the organization. We generally call entrepreneurship or intrapreneurship. So entrepreneurship is to do something new, but within the organization also you can try to think of doing something new in the organization so that your bosses, your superior will also appreciate your work because you are trying to do something new, something better, which can improve the organization efficiency. So that is what. But many people are such that they say that there is no use of doing something different because we are given something and we can only do that. We are destined. हमारे भाग्य में इतना ही है तो ये कर सकते, इससे ज्यादा हम कर नहीं सकते. So they believe in destiny. They believe in that this is the only thing that we cannot do something different. So many people believe in God. Many people believe in destiny, and because of this, they don't try to do something different. He says this is given to us. This is given by God, and this is we are going to do, not beyond this. So that's why Pangebazi is one of the successful mantra in corporate world. This is what I call intrapreneurship. Not it doesn't start with the word E. That's entrepreneurship. Intrapreneurship is to do something new within the organization as an employee, not as a separate person do something entrepreneurship outside of your company. But within the company, you can do something new. You can try to think of something new, new processes, new product, new method, so anything new which increases your efficiency, and that is known as entrepreneurship. And entrepreneurship is always awarded in the corporate world. So that's how we should do. So I have one communication here. Many people believe in God. So here we said, हाथों की लकीरों पर कभी एतबार न कर, हाथों की लकीरों पर कभी एतबार न कर, ये बड़ी बेवफा होती है. हमने ऐसे भी सिकंदर देखे हैं जिनके हाथ ही नहीं है. So that is the Pangebazi. Don't believe in destiny. Try to do something new, and you will be successful. That is Pangebazi. So I come to next now. Before I go to this, I would like to show one slide to you. Have a look at this. Life without risk is not worth living. Basic idea, basic problem in Pangebazi are taking risk. We hesitate to do something new. The small boy in front of so many people is able to perform. During this COVID, many people have started learning new things, doing something new things. I learned how to take the haircut. If you laugh, people think that he's a fool, but then laughing is exercise. It's important. If you weep, people will think you're sentimental, but it is important. It is required. Try to meet with some new people, get involved with them, but it's the risk of failure in new relationship. But then people go for it. When you try to share your emotion, then people may reject you. But then it is required. When you take a risk, of course, there is a involvement, there is a possibility of failure, always. Those who risk nothing get nothing. That is about Pangebaji. Then we come to the last one. This is something very emotional. This is something not very logical in the sense, the normal sense of living, normal sense of modern people. That parent-centric. If you want to be successful, you should be parent-centric. You should care about your parent. You should take care of your parent. Now, is it required for success in the corporate world? Now, my thinking, my opinion is yes. If you want to be successful in the corporate world, then you should take care of your parent. Generally, when we say success, we say success is a lot of money, big check, big office, big car, big secretary, and so on and so forth. But no, that is not the success. Success is whether your parents are happy or not. So that is the corporate success is happiness of your parent. And many people may not like the idea, but I'm emotionally attached with this emotional idea because I have seen many young people are not taking care of their parent, and though they are successful in their corporate life, but they're really not successful as a social human being. So that is what is parent centric. I have something to show on this. Now this slide be about mother. That how what your mother does to you and what you in turn give in return to your mother is explained here. And when you see this PowerPoint, remember, think about your mother, think about mother, and bring your mother face in your mind and read this. First thing on the top it is written what your mother does for you, and this is the bottom line is what you do in return with your mother to your mother. This is the explanation, and you will feel that why the parent centric is important. You will learn from this. Starting with this. What she did, she jumped with joy when you stood first on your leg and you grew confident. This is what she did, and this is what you responded to. Think about your mother. Put yourself and your mother in mind and read this. Everyone has gone through this experience. See, this is something very touching. What she even fought with her friends to protect you, but you did not bother about this. Children are more self-centered, and mother is always thinking about you, your happiness. Your, this is one most undesirable behavior that the children show to their parents. Another area of quarrel problem is this. Now, this is the important slide, that she's old, she's not able to take care of herself. It is your responsibility that she took care up to this time about you, and she bothered about you, shown love and appreciation and sacrifice for you. Now it is your turn that should show your love, affection. You should spare your some time for her and to take care, to talk to her. I remember another story here. I remember a story here that one lady, old lady, went to a mobile shop and she has shown the mobile to the shopkeeper that my mobile is not working properly. Just see, and the mobile repairman, he has seen the mobile, says it's fine, it works very well. Then she said, then why don't I receive the calls from my children? They are abroad. I'm not getting the phones. And that is something really touching, that she's expecting at least a call, a talk, a couple of moments, a couple of seconds of you. And that also people are not able to share. So that is about the mother. Similar thing is about father. I would like to show you. Your father is your idol, your icon. You look at her, look at your father as as a symbol, as an icon, as an idol up to certain time, and then you start uh, disbelieving him, and sometimes disliking him, sometimes getting angry with him, and so on and so forth. We'll see this. As your age grows, you start appreciating my dad knows everything because he can tell everything you ask for. At times, slightly difference comes. My dad is good, but he's short-tempered because you do something which is not desirable, and then he loses the temper, and then you start calling your father with short temper because He stops you for doing something undesirable. When you become teenager, then you further start suspecting your daddy that he's rather trying to stop you do something which is not desirable. After some time, you start thinking your daddy is this is not current. He's out. He's not able to live with times. He's obsolete. When your daddy start preaching or telling something which is very necessary for society, social life and corporate life, then you start disagreeing with him. And this disagreement result into that you think your daddy is cranky or unreasonable. He's asking us to do something which we don't want. After some time, the daddy becomes not tolerable, difficult to live with him, difficult to survive with him. And here is a thinking that how my mother stayed with my father, he's so unreasonable and so on. Then slight ray of appreciation comes here back after a long time. When you are 13, you are facing the same problem with your children, then you realize that your father was really taking care for them. When you start facing your children, then you start realizing how your father brought you up and took care of you. And later on, you start appreciating your father again, that he is really foresighted and he took care of us so much. But it's too late to think about it. When you are 60, you start appreciating your father, and my dad is great. But it's too late. You should start appreciating your father right from beginning, and you should start taking care of your parents right from beginning, or it will be too late. So this is about the dad. I appreciate. Thank you very much, and I appreciate question.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for this wonderful session, sir. Sir, one question is, can you give some points for the freshers to survive in the corporate world?
What do you want? Come again? Your question.
Sir, can you advise some points? Can you advise some points for the freshers to survive in this corporate world?
All these 7 points are for survival in the corporate world. start liking your job, develop your potential, and do all these things. Don't give up. All these are the points to survive in the corporate world.
Okay, sir.
That is what is the managing.
And should we,
Yeah.
yes, should we contribute or stay away from internal politics or gossip?
In any organization, it is inevitable that there will be politics. You should, of course, not take part in the politics and try to stay away. But it is very difficult many times. And I'm actually not good at it because I was not able to manage politics in the corporate world, in the corporate organization. The corporate world. It is very difficult. I can't give any lesson on this because I myself is a failure, not able to manage politics in the organization. But yes, you must.
And sir, the last question is,
Yeah. Yes.
yes, sir, continue, sir.
I'm saying that I myself is not a very successful man to manage the politics, but politics is inevitable, and you should avoid politics and not take the part, not talk to people, negative talk in the organization, and that's how it is possible. But I'm not good at it. That's why I try to avoid how to manage politics in the organization. I'm not good at it, and I don't answer the question. Yeah, tell me.
Okay, sir. And yes, and the last one is how to get success in corporate life.
What were all these things? What were all these things? Try to actually
Okay.
things are similar, but one thing I would like additional I would like to tell: take initiative to learn things in the organization. There is nobody who's going to teach you. So, what is most important if you want to be successful in the corporate world? Take initiative to learn more and more things and try to do some job which is not possibly your. Try to learn those job also. That's why I tell my students, those go for all the on the job training that if, do your job, and also when you are free, try to learn and help others to do their job, and thereby you learn. So multi-skilling is essential part of success in corporate world. Try to develop variety of skills in the I have a company here in Indore known as Gazra Gears. It makes gears, and the boss of the company, he used to go with workers, eat with workers, and stay with workers. His father was chairman of the company, and he never used to allow his son to come to his chamber and take his lunch. Take your lunch with workers to learn, and he knew every nut and bolt of that industry, and he was most successful. That's what is essential, that you should try to take initiative and learn more and more about the job in the organization. I said initiative is one of the important requirements to be successful in
Okay,
the
sir.
organization. In the organization.
And sir, any specific skill that is very important and required for a corporate world,
Any specific? Come again, come again.
or important skill which is necessary for corporate? Yes, sir. Any specific or
Yeah.
important skill that is required for
Communication and networking. Communication and
okay,
networking are some of the things which are required to be success in corporate world. Networking, I, I understand, is something new, something important, something essential nowadays to develop a good relationship, good network of people, thereby to do the job successfully. Networking in the organization, within the organization and outside of the organization.
okay, sir.
That's why I tell all the teachers go on LinkedIn. Many teachers are not on LinkedIn. When you are not on LinkedIn, then you
Yes.
are not getting connected with other people. And all the for an assignment which I got through LinkedIn. All my foreign assignment I got because I had networking. I developed networking and started like sending my request like to work and so on and so forth. And nowadays also I developed network with the teachers. I said keep on sending them. If you're interested in webinar, you are most welcome to come. And similarly, Hemant came. So this is the networking which enlarges your relationship in the organization.
Okay, sir. Yes, great, sir. Thank you. We have covered all the questions, sir.
My pleasure.
Thank you, sir, for giving us your valuable time. And I would also like to thank you, the HOD of our department, Mr. Hemal Patel, sir, the HOI of our institute, Professor Jatin Vaidya, sir, the academic director, Dr. Mahesh Bhatt, sir, and the president of our university, Dr. Devanshu Patel, sir, for motivating and supporting us continuously. Last but not the least, I would like to thank you, all of you who assembled here today for this webinar. Thank you so much.
Say Jai Hind, love your nation.
Jai Hind, sir.
Jai Hind, sir.
This is my address and telephone number. You are most welcome to contact me anytime.
Okay, sir.